Okay, so we're now going to look into social feeds. On the right hand side of the website, we have Twitter and Instagram, and I need to show you how to change them to your accounts. They're currently Digital Advantage. So, from I want you to you need to open up a new tab and go to publish.twitter.com, and you need to enter the handle of your account. And this will either give you an option to have an embedded timeline or Twitter button. Twitter button is if you want someone to follow you, you can click follow. So here is the feed. We're going to set customization options. At the minute, it's quite long. Currently on the website, it's set to 1,000 pixels high, and the width is open because it will kind of adjust to the container that it's in. We're having it light. Dark will make it look like this, and I don't think it really works with the current colour. And you can actually change the colour of the link to fit in with your branding. So at the minute we can see that it's grey, and I've selected this green, but you can actually use a hexadecimal code as well to get the exact colour. Let's click update. This gives us this code, so I'm going to click copy, and then I need to go to appearance and widgets on the left and sidebar. This is what we've selected for the home page to display the content of this sidebar here. So in Twitter, we've got visual and text. We're going to click text. This is what I've copied before. You'll see that it won't really change that much because I'm keeping the same data. The only thing that will change is this colour here. Here is the height. You can change it manually via the code, and you can change the hexadecimal manually via the code as well. I'm going to click save, go over to my website. The only thing that we should see change is the colour of the links. Let me just hit refresh again. And there we go, we've got the green links there. So that's Twitter. Instagram is a little bit different. We will be putting the Instagram code here, but you can see that the code is very differently because it's using a plugin. Here is the plugin on the left, Instagram Feed WD. The first thing you need to do is change the account to your account. So hit settings. You also need to open a tab and log in to Instagram on this tab. So you're going to make sure that you're logged in, which I am doing. I've logged in as my Instagram account. On settings, you're going to need to reset access token and username, which I've just clicked, and that will reset it. So I'm going to press OK. And then it will ask me to sign in with Instagram. Now, because I've already opened it in the browser, the same browser, I won't have to log in. Whereas if you haven't logged in, then it'll ask you to log in again. And then you need to allow it to have permission. So you just press allow there, and it will bring in this access token username. And then we click save changes. Now I'm going to explain about the feeds. There's two types of, there's lots of different ways of displaying the feed. But here's the sidebar feed first of all. This is going to be pretty good to go. You won't really need to change this much. You can see here on the sidebar, we have an image at a time come through. So they're displayed like that, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 6 images there, but they can click load more, and it will load more images. So sidebar feed, here's the username. I've selected the load more button, so they have to click load more. Photos to display 6, photos to load 6, and the number of columns 1. If we were to change this number of columns, it would squash them, especially in the sidebar view. And I've only got it to select user data there. I'm going to add a new feed, and I'm going to put it in the body of the website. So if I add new, and in typical Instagram style, I want this to be a 3x3. So I'm going to call it 3x3. Again, it's going to be the username hashtag that we selected. You can add hashtags here. Wouldn't really something that I recommend for you. Load more button again. Date. Okay, here we go. So number of photos to load. I'm going to go with 9, and photos to display 9. Number of columns 3, like Instagram. And I'm going to take out these. I don't really want the post and followers count or the user bio. But I am going to disable mobile layout. Save. Then this gives me a code here. So this is WDI feed 4. It's 4 because I've created, see the feed ID. I've created one before and I've deleted it. So I've copied this code here. I'm going to jump into my pages, homepage, and I'm going to add a text box, insert module. You can actually use either code or text for this because it's HTML, so it'll display it in any way. Now, I've got two things that I can do here. So I click text instead of visual, and I can paste the code in, and then that will display. Or, if you're not too sure on the code name, if you forgot it, you didn't copy it, add Instagram feed, and I can select the one that I'm going to use, which is that one, insert, and it'll insert it there. Save and exit, update. Let's jump over. I'm going to refresh this. You obviously want this to load before refreshing this, by the way. And I'm scrolled right down because I know it's at the bottom. You can see it's doing something. It's loading here. My internet's quite slow today. So underneath the wakelet, we have the Instagram feed. Now this is 3x3, as mentioned, and it's displaying 9 images. And we can load more if we want. This is optional. You have got it in the sidebar, but it is nice to have it in the Instagram format as well if you want to add it. If you've got any questions, get in touch. You can also add, Facebook feeds. You can do it 2 ways. You can use the widget on their website, or you can add a plugin. There's loads of different feeds that you can add, but we just don't feel as though you're going to be using Facebook as much as the other social media services. But you can get a feed from your Facebook page if that is something you'd want to do. If you've got any questions, you can get in touch or ask your trainer.